Money only fixes money problems. That is self-explanatory, right? However, we see generations upon generations upon generations only realizing this after they've fell into mental health problems. So, for example, we live this life, we all start off broke. The average person, on average, we all start off with no money. We then make money, hoping that the money that we've accumulated will be fulfilling and satisfying. Some of us go into the extreme where we make wealth, millions upon millions, thinking that that will fulfill us, but ending up in the position where we find ourselves depressed with mental health struggles, only to realize what we are saying here today, that money only fixes money problems. Your internal world cannot be fixed with external. You know what I mean? It cannot be fixed with the external, your internal. It sounds very simple. Hence why the internal needs to be resolved with the internal. Now, I'm not saying we don't have to make money. We absolutely 100%, 120% gotta dedicate our lives to become financially stable. That's a given. But we have to not fall into the trap by thinking that making the money will solve the internal void that we have. Now, you might be asking, Randall, how do we then solve the internal void? I always say that we all have a God-sized void inside of us. So picture a void like a hole, and it's a God-sized void, a God-sized hole. It's like a puzzle that only God can fit in there to make it complete. What we are many times finding is we are trying to find earthly solutions for a godly problem. My question to you is, have you been trying to fill that void inside with an earthly solution? Some of us do it. I remember when I was back home and I was DJing for a radio station, and we used to go to these nightlife venues, and I would look around the crowd and I could see, nah, we are trying to fill this. We can literally see a void inside of other. You can literally see it. Are we trying to fill it with excessive alcohol, drugs, sex, video games? Remember, doesn't matter how much money you make. And as I'm developing my wealth right now, I'm keeping this principle so in front of my mind because I don't want to be falling into this trap, thinking that if I have X, Y, and Z, I'll be fulfilled. And then I sit depressed, anxious, in a state of apathy. So, two things I want you to keep in mind out of this video. First thing is, or rather, there's one thing, but it's broken up in two. The one thing is called relationships. So, in the Driven Daily brand, our core value system is called GUTTER. It's an acronym. GUTTER. G, God first. U, unlimited ambition. T, train every day. The other T, trust, is everything. The E, energy influences. And the R, relationships matter. The relationship with God and the relationship with yourself. All other relationships is thereafter. The first two major relationships that we need to focus on is the relationship above and the relationship within. So I want to encourage you, if your relationships, if there is a lack in that department, with on top and inside, please make it your effort to strengthen that relationship. Because no amount of sex, no amount of alcohol, no amount of weed, vaping, cigarettes, no amount of gaming is going to satisfy that God-sized void that we all have inside of us and that you have inside of you. Remember this. Money fixes money problems. But where it needs to start with the relationship that you have on top and the relationship you have inside. I definitely want to go deeper on this topic and show you exactly step by step how. My ebook is definitely coming out. A free ebook is definitely going to come out showing you step by step on how to do this. But until then, let this be the catalyst to unlock your awareness of what really matters. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. And like we say, remember, we are not here just to survive. We are here to thrive. And until next time, peace.